Nestled on the banks of the bustling campus at Rutgers University, a resource of support and guidance sits somewhat modestly and unassuming. This resource, also known as the Edith and Martin Stein Building of Hope, serves as the headquarters of a truly inspiring place, the Embrace Kids Foundation.
Embrace Kids offers a host of support services to families. The core services are emergency financial assistance, individualized tutoring for kids, social services and counseling, and then we have a whole bunch of fun parties, events, things that really try to take the quality of life and bring it back somewhat to a sense of normalcy that the families had before the diagnosis.
Among the numerous families Embrace Kids Foundation supports, there may not be any individual who exemplifies the Foundation's message and mission more than one young man, 19-year-old Sean Martin.
Sean has always been laid back, smiling, happy, funny, very funny.
He's determined, he's strong, he's funny, he's personal. It's everything. It's just a perfect combination of personality and strength and determination and all that.
Sean, he's really kind always to me, and I was always like the brat of the family, so the fact that he was actually pretty sweet to me was like, he was always a good kid, never bothered anyone, never fought with anyone.
Even with everything he goes through, he's always worried about somebody else. Like, he came out of the hospital, I guess a couple weeks ago after he was inpatient, and he's like, so what are we doing? And I said, well, we were gonna go to the arcade, do you wanna come? He said, yeah, and Logan, my son, is obsessed with Angry Birds, and Sean was running around to every Crane game going, I'm gonna win him an Angry Bird, I'm gonna win him an Angry Bird.
How people just
his aunts and uncles
gravitate to him and just want to do and be better, like be a better person.
Couldn't
Never
describe
stopped
it.
smiling from day one.
In the Martin household, there is only one golden rule: family comes first.
I just love everybody there, and I couldn't live without the whole packed house. I know my wife.
I could sometimes.
My wife can.
But
She can, but I need everybody there, and
Yeah.
it keeps me going, so I love it.
We could fight and we'll be screaming and yelling, but 2 seconds later, we'll all be laughing at each other. It's how it is.
everybody is there for everybody. Everybody just, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Growing up in the heart of New Jersey, Sean's love of sports was evident from an early age, especially his love for football.
Well, he was 4 and 5 when he started with sports and football and baseball. In high school, he really got interested, and that's when he really took off for football and gave it 100% about football. He quit everything else and was really dedicated to it.
I used to drop him off at school early, and his coaches would always kid around and say, you know, oh my God, there's Martin. He was always sitting right in front of the training room, waiting for the coaches to come.
Ironically, it was that love for football that would ultimately reveal the most difficult battle Sean had ever faced.
Fourth game of the season, middle of the game, quarterback throws a pick. I go to try and make a tackle, and you know, a few guys came up, kind of blindsided. One guy blindsided me, helmet kind of pushed up, and then another guy hit me and fractured my skull. And I mean, I still played through the game. We won. That's positive.
Next morning, the school nurse called me at work and had said that she didn't like the way his eye looked.
You could tell there was a little like disformation, like something was wrong with the eye a little bit.
So I called up Jim and he picked him up and went over with him. That's when they scheduled his biopsy for that Thursday coming up, which was October 7th, 2010.
Me, my mom and dad were in a room. Dr. Weiss, greatest man, my doctor, came in and he told us, he said, you have a tumor and it's malignant. It was probably the biggest change in my life. That my life just completely changed. It was terrible. My mom crying, dad. Never even seen him cry before, and he was crying. And I just had a bad day.
It's my older brother. He's only 1.5 years older than me, so watching him be 17, 18 with cancer was always not an easy thing. I'm really close with him, and like I said, he used to make me so mad at him, and then 2 seconds later would make me like crack up. So seeing him hurt or sick gets to me a lot, and it's just, you don't expect to be sick at this age. We're like 17 and he's 18, and so like kids aren't supposed to be sick.
He said, you know what? I just want to live. That's all I want. That's the most important thing, and I want my family to be there with me every step of the way. So he's like, if you can do that for me, anything else is gravy.
I always look at the glass half full, no matter what there is, no matter the situation. I mean, you gotta live your life, no matter what you're going through, no matter what. You don't look at the negatives. That's what brings you down. And I never looked at the negatives going through this.
It's great to work with and support Sean because he has such a great attitude. He's so positive. I know it inspires me.
Sean's fight against cancer has inspired the entire Embrace Kids community, which includes Rutgers football standout and current Cincinnati Bengals running back, Brian Leonard.
Brian Leonard really has been acting as a megaphone for Embrace Kids' great works because Brian had a great career at Rutgers and now is in the NFL, and he can bring attention, just attention to our cause. He's able to go out, get the other athletes to participate. He lends his name to it, but also people that know Brian know that he only does things in a genuine way. He really is involved here.
Like, we watch these guys every Saturday and Sunday, and just to see somebody who we idolize, we worship, like that we are huge fans of, to like say like my brother met this guy, and then see the smile on my brother's face, that like, and you know, like it means something to him.
Brian's approach, Brian's values, they so closely parallel Embrace Kids. Brian is a very humble, laid-back, thoughtful guy. And that's exactly the way that we try to approach things at Embrace Kids.
It was 3 years ago that Brian Leonard decided to hold a charity bowling event every March to support all the families that walk through the doors of Embrace Kids Foundation.
My perspective is a really positive one because I see all these great attributes in people, and that's what Embrace Kids does. It brings great people together to do great things.
I had Coach Flood of Rutgers come up, Brian Leonard of Cincinnati Bengals, and Kevin Mouse of the Titans. Yeah, and they all just came to my room and hung out with me for an hour, and it was awesome just talking to NFL players like they're my buddies. Follow me on Twitter.
Sean is such an inspiration to me and anybody he meets. You know, he was a football player back in the day, and you know, he has that ability to go out there and fight through things, fight through adversity, and that's what he's doing today.
Brian Leonard, I mean, he helped with Brian Leonard's rally at the alley, and he's one of the greatest guys like I ever met. He wears a band that I have. Says it's a little green band. It says Sean Martin, number 75, rhabdomyosarcoma.
With NFL players like Brian Leonard, Jeremy Zuta, Jamal Westerman, and Kevin Mallist conducting their off-season workouts just down the road from the Embrace Kids facility, it's no surprise to the Rutgers community just how involved and dedicated these guys are to giving back.
It's great that a lot of the Rutgers guys come out and support Brian for his event. I mean, we do a lot of things together in the off season when we're all back home. You know, we have such a close relationship, and it's great that we can just all be here for him on his night.
I think it's good because we've all been very blessed to be professional athletes and even collegiate athletes. And so, you know, it's always a good chance to go and just give back a little bit whenever you can to help the kids out, and because so many people have helped us throughout our careers and throughout our lives.
Every spring, as Sean and the entire Embrace Kids Foundation community look forward to the annual Brian Leonard Rally at the Alley, it's clear that Brian Leonard and some of the other athletes supporting the event are getting pumped up as well.
We have the usual Rutgers guys that are there, you know, with Ray Rice, Kevin Mallist, Jeremy Zuta, Jamal Westerman, the McCourty twins, and the list goes on from there. But we have about 25 guys all together, and they love coming out and supporting Embrace Kids and supporting me and raising a lot of money for them.
The Rally at the Alley is just an amazing experience. I have so much fun every year I go. Brian has a great supporting cast. All these players that he's played with, we all respect Brian. And for Brian to headline this is just a great thing. We all have a good time going, supporting. It's a great cause. I love meeting the people there, the kids, the parents. It's just fun. It's just a fun event, and we all have a blast.
As critical as the Rally at the Alley is to generating financial support and raising awareness for the cause and mission of Embrace Kids Foundation, the rally has provided the means for Sean and Brian to establish a real connection, a true bond, a bond which allows them to walk down the same path and understand worlds that may seemingly be very far apart.
Sean is a great kid, and you know, he's strong, he's brave, he's courageous, he's a fighter.
As the guys hang out and talk sports, Brian lends inspiration, courage, and hope to Sean. However, it's dwarfed by the amount of those emotions Sean instills in Brian. As the two prepare for the 2012 Rally at the Alley, their bond continues to grow stronger. The hard yet rewarding work of bringing this event together is about to pay off. Brian, his teammates, fellow NFL players, Rutgers head football coach Kyle Flood, and the entire Embrace Kids community finally come together after much anticipation to celebrate the kids.
You know, we come here each year. I remember the first year he came, I was still in college, so I didn't come in. He came back. Brian's event was great. I had a good time, got to meet different people, and he felt like he really affected someone. So we come here as players, and I think we leave having a better time sometimes than other people have.
For us as professional athletes, you have a platform, and you know, you choose what you want to do with it. And so I think, you know, to give back and to help kids out, I think it's a great thing.
As the night turns into a truly special evening, a reminder is felt that Brian's work in support of Embrace Kids goes a long way for not only Sean and his family, but for all the kids, all the families, and all the caregivers who have become a part of this special cause. The Rutgers standout and Bengals running back doesn't let the evening end without taking the time to thank and address the efforts of everyone who made this night possible.
I appreciate all you guys coming, all you NFL athletes. Thanks a lot. It means the world to me. You guys supporting me, supporting Embrace Kids, giving back. I really appreciate you guys coming. I know you guys have busy schedules, getting ready for the season next year. But I really want to thank you guys and thank everyone else for coming out tonight, supporting Embrace Kids, and making this event a great event. Thank you.
Brian's words are heartfelt, meaningful, and inspiring, and perhaps some would say heroic. But the man staking his claim as hero on this evening was none other than Sean Martin.
Embrace kids, they just, to come there and just ease it, to make you even smile, it's the most amazing thing ever. Whether it's bringing a player to come see me, a blanket, just they help with gas and bills, and like just when I don't gotta worry about my parents that are taking care of me and aren't working, and that bills would be okay, is the most easiest thing to put on me. And for that, I can't thank you enough. Praise kids, thank you.
By the end of the night, our Sunday heroes, adorned by the masses and sought by so many, have been humbled and checked by reality. And the true role models, the true heroes, have emerged. In the most satisfying way, all in attendance understand that the children, without question, show that they are the strongest, they are the bravest, they shine as the real examples of courage, strength, inspiration, and hope, led by no better example than Sean.